All right, you have your tree for a long time, it's really big, and you're not getting avocados. Here is a way to get avocados. You go to Home Depot or Lowe's, and you get one of these. You got here, because this tree isn't that big, I got a pocket knife. You can use a machete. Got my wire snipper and my pliers. And what happens is the avocado tree is not getting enough iron to produce the fruit. I learned this trick from my cousin in Puerto Rico. They did it in Puerto Rico. So I did it to mine, and I'll show you what it looks like. It's hard to see it on this tree, but I'll show you on another tree. Anyway, it's right in there. It's at the bottom, because this way it's getting food to all of this here. My mother had a problem with this tree. It was like 20 years old and not producing fruit. So this is when my cousin said, hey, this is what you need to do. So basically, you see that line right there? This line? With a machete, I peeled off the skin. Then with that bar thing, I went around the tree, peeled it off. Remember, you're just getting to the shiny part. You don't want to, you accidentally cut the tree, that's okay, but you're really trying to get to the shiny part of the tree, the sappy part. You wrap the wire around, you twist it, and the tree will heal itself, and the wire is literally in there. After we did this trick here, 2 years later, you've seen the avocados that were popping out of this tree. There were some big ones. So it takes about 2 years after you put that in there. Now this tree, I think it was like 7 or 10 years old. I did it before anyway. But 2 years after, we were getting flowers, but it still wasn't strong enough to hold the avocados. But before that, we weren't getting nothing. That's why it's good to start them when they're young. All right, so what you have to do here is find the base that those two are coming. So I'm gonna find this mark here, because this is where the V is at, okay? And because this isn't big, I can use a pocket knife. So what I basically wanna do, and I did it to my daughter's tree too, and I'll show you one day. You see how I scraped it? Because there's not that much skin here. See? And what's gonna happen is the tree is gonna wanna fix itself. And then it'll wrap its skin right around. Take this iron in, and then the tree will have iron, because a lot of times we are iron deficient, these trees here. And my cousin did it after the hurricane, and it works because he got sick. So I'm gonna go do this, and then I'll show you. Again, you're exposing it because it's gonna want to fight to fix itself. Okay, there you have it. It's all the way around. And I see it turning brown because the tree is trying to save itself, protect itself. Now I'm gonna cut this piece to the size that I need to wrap that around. You can use any piece here. And this is, see how it's rusty? So make sure you get that right there. And see how it's rusting? All right, let me cut. There you go. Make sure you get that sucker up on the bark. You see how it's turning brown? You're gonna see that, and you're gonna be like, oh my God, it's dying. No, it's not dying. It's fixing itself. And then it'll grow around there, and it'll basically just swallow up that iron right there. So just make sure, like I said, you get that all the way around. Don't worry about that little piece hanging out there. Eventually, over time, you can either cut that out if you want to, but I want that, like I said, that metal literally has got to stay behind that. I mean, it's got to stay contacting with the tree itself. Another thing, keep this in the air, because you don't want it in the ground, because you don't want that part to stay moist. That part there, when it fixes itself up, you know, you want the air and everything. So Now, if your tree is higher like it was in the other tree, then you go higher, but my V point is right here. And you'll see, 2 years from the day you put that in, you either start getting flowers right away, and then you might be lucky and get avocados, depending how big and tall and strong your tree is. Like ours over there, we got the flowers first. There was little baby avocados, but then the wind blew them away. But as the tree gets older and older, it'll get stronger and stronger. And then it'll be like my mom's tree. So that's how you do it, guys. That's how you get your avocado tree to get fruit. Some people stitch, some people do other things. But like I said, my cousin, Puerto Rico, have avocados. He's a farmer out there. He knows everything. And like I said, we took that avocado tree, did it, and we did that big one. And you've seen in our videos how big. And that thing that big would not produce avocados until I wrapped it up like 4 years ago, within the second year, like I said. So any questions or whatever in the comments, let me know. But again, that metal part has to be up against the bark, so the bark will swallow it in. Alrighty. See ya.